Hey guys, me and Matt's here. Me and Matt's here to review the first episode of The Ring in season 1 of Randy Savage and the Miss Elizabeth episode. So we've just watched that, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a pretty interesting documentary. It was alright. So it talked about how Macho Man got in wrestling and how he met Miss Elizabeth in the WWF. And then and then how they was in a relationship, and Hulk Hogan and Savage was in a team.
The Mega Powers.
The Mega Powers, yeah. And then there was rumours, wasn't there, of her sleeping with him. That's what he thought. I think he was being paranoid though, wasn't he?
It looks like it because obviously Hogan was keep touching her ass.
Yeah.
But Randy Savage was a very paranoid person.
He was, yeah. Yeah, he was very paranoid. And I heard stories also backstage, like he didn't want her to talk to other guys, and
I can see why.
yeah. But you should trust your partner though to talk to other guys.
You should, but the way those guys track the locker room by shitting in people's
their ribs they did. It was a bit out of order, innit?
So would you really want your partner to be around that bunch of shit?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
So there was a rib, what someone did to Miss Elizabeth, didn't they? They did a crap in a bag. And she wasn't the only one to have things like that. People used to do it to Sunny. It's rumoured X-Pac did that to Sunny.
There was one thing.
In a bag.
Do you know that gimmick that used to tip all that crap all over her?
Yeah.
Other people. Well, there was a time they said it was to Sunny, but they got told not to leave it alone. But people literally would piss in there, sick in there, for all this stuff.
Oh.
And when it went over her, it was literally the most disgusting thing.
Yeah.
But people jumped to it.
Yeah.
That shows how much that locker room was.
Yeah, that's what ribs they were doing. I remember Owen did funny ribs.
He didn't do offensive ones.
But not offensive ones. Even though some would find it funny, but I actually don't. Like, I've heard of rib of... We'll get back to the documentary in a minute. I've heard of a rib where JBL hid someone's passport in an overseas show.
That's bad.
That's dangerous. That's really bad because how are you going to get home? And then plus it costs money to get a new one.
Yeah.
And not so it normally takes weeks to months for it to get sent through the post.
It could be different in America.
So I think ribs like that are too far. I see why people did it at the time because it's to entertain themselves and others. But
I don't think it was funny.
Yeah, I think wrestling rules are silly. Like, there's the rule of you've got to shake everyone's hand, and I just think that's a bit childish.
It's respect.
Yeah, but I don't think you should have to go to everyone who's in the building and say hello, sir. Shame. I think just say hello and be polite to who you end up bumping into.
Not to every single person.
Not to everyone who you need to, but that's the wrestling code.
There's
also another wrestling code where you've got to carry water bottles for people.
I get doing the ring up and setting the ring out. That's fine. You should
Yeah.
do that because even veterans help with that, and you should because there's a lot of wrestlers like in Japan that will make you carry their luggage and do their dinner for them because you'd be called a young boy. Yeah,
I've heard of that.
A young boy in terms is someone trying to get into the business. So a veteran you'd have to do everything for them. Cook for them, clean for them, take their luggage for them, do the ring for them, all of it.
That's what that Japanese wrestler was to Moxley. But after a while, once they earn the respect, then they go to a higher ranking.
And then they don't have to do that. But they're earning their way up.
It reminds me of the biker gangs, like they have a prospect. And then when you do duties and earn the respect, then you kind of like go up a level. It's kind of like that if you're like into biker gangs and that. It's like that really, but in wrestling. So back to the documentary. So it gets to the point where Randy Savage is in WWF. He has the feud with Hogan. It is a good feud. It's one of the WWE's better ones.
For its time.
Yeah. I think it's a good long-term story they did at the time, and
She exploded at WrestleMania, if I remember correctly.
yeah, and then Randy Savage was on commentary, which he didn't want to do. He wanted to wrestle.
Because Vince thought he didn't
Imagine
bring
it-
anything to it.
No, you think he was too old, didn't he? And then imagine like him facing like Shawn Michaels, Brett, Taker. They would have been fantastic matches. And then because he wanted to still wrestle, he went to WCW, and Miss Elizabeth went with him to WCW.
They were divorced in WCW though.
There was, yeah,
But I
then-
did like that though. One thing about Randy Savage was, even though they were divorced and they were separated, he still wanted Elizabeth to be with him, and actually cared about her. Just because they were separated, he didn't actually stop the fact that she wanted her to get money and storylines and stuff. He actually wanted her right by his side, and I actually liked that. I actually respected that.
Yeah, I did as well, yeah. And then it got to the point where she was in WCW, and then she went with, unfortunately, Lex Luger,
He was already married, so
who was already married, and
yeah. that
then
made
it got
that
to the point where it seemed like there was in a domestic relationship,
Oh,
wasn't
that
there?
was yeah, because
Yeah.
she had two black eyes and
And
fell down the stairs. You don't just fall down the stairs with black eyes.
You would have injuries from falling down the stairs,
But not black eyes.
but not two black eyes, no.
He beat her up.
He beat her up here. And then she died, and he should have been done for murder, shouldn't he?
I don't know, because it wasn't on purpose. He didn't try to kill her.
No.
She
It
just
sounded
tried
like an argument when then she fell down the stairs.
no, she didn't die by that. She
Yeah.
died by a drug overdose.
Oh, that was it, drug overdose, yeah. I got
so
mixed up.
He didn't kill her. So
Yeah, he
we're
didn't,
not
no.
saying Lex Luthor killed her because he didn't, and he did report it straight away.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But they did have an abusive relationship, but she died by drugs.
But you didn't believe the bit where they said she fell down the stairs. You think he
Oh,
hurt
that's,
her?
yeah.
Yeah.
Even Hogan's ex-wife, it's like, she fell down the stairs and got black eyes. No, she didn't.
Yeah, the people who was in this documentary, Bruce Pritchard, who's a producer in WWE, he's also in Unreal.
He's not a producer anymore, but yeah.
He was in Unreal on Netflix. Matt's favourite documentary. You don't like that, do you? Yeah. And then other people who's in it,
Eric Bischoff,
Bischoff,
Hogan's ex-wife,
Randy Savage's brother.
for a few minutes.
Yeah,
Eric Bischoff.
Bischoff.
Don't think they talked to Hogan.
No, I don't think they did.
No.
I'm surprised about that because he was a big part of Randy Savage's career throughout of it. So
And he would have been alive then. So.
yeah, he was alive then. Yeah. So then it gets to the point where they talk about how she died in 2003, I believe,
Yeah, she's still not in the Hall of Fame.
and she's still not in the Hall of Fame. She should be.
Mm-hmm.
And then also then it mentioned how Randy Savage died
A few years later.
in 2011. It didn't mention Randy Savage going to TNA.
No,
I don't think
it didn't really make
it
a
was
difference.
briefly though. It wasn't a long run.
It was one appearance.
I think it was a couple, but not many. I think one or two.
once.
But yeah. So then it ended about Randy Savage passing away,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got put in the Hall of Fame a couple of years later.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a decent documentary. It was better than the Lesnar one.
That
I
was,
think most are though what we've seen so far. So I'll rate it out of 10 then yeah. So I'd rate this out of 10, and to do with the show, which play it from the beginning.
yeah.
I'd rate this out of 10 a 6. I thought it was solid. It was alright. It was alright. It wasn't like one of the best, like say ECW, Rise and Fall of
That
ECW,
was a good documentary.
or Wrestling with Shadows, which me and Matt will do one day. We won't do it today.
Reduced with
No,
Shadows.
we won't do it today because it does talk about the Montreal Screwjob. So we're
Okay.
going to do the Screwjob today.
Later
Then
on, yeah.
another day, the next few times he comes around, we'd cover the Wrestling with Shadows. And then there's also Forever Hardcore. That's a great one.
That's a good one.
There's an also good one.
I recommended that one to you forever ago.
Yeah, another one what me and him will do, and this will remind me and you of our childhood, is a backyard wrestling documentary.
Good, we had some good matches.
So yeah, we did. So yeah, so we're gonna do. We plan to do another one later tonight. Probably the Montreal Screwjob. That'd be a decent discussion
That
as well.
could be an interesting one, yeah.
Yeah, and then we also might watch a wrestling movie. We could watch one of the ones I've got.
I'm intrigued about it. I know I've seen it like 100 years ago, but I'm interested in watching the Wrestling Zombies again.
Yeah.
See what I think to it now.
Or we could watch Ready for Rumble, see what that's like.
Fuck that shit, that looks shit.
We could give it a go, see what it's like.
You just want to watch it because it's terrible.
I want to see what it's like. It's sort of decent. Anyway, what would you rate this documentary out of 10 then? I said 6.
Probably 5.5. It was actually pretty good.
It was alright, wasn't it? Was you like in between it? You did stay focused, you weren't on your phone not a lot.
Yeah.
A bit, but not a lot. But yeah, so, and you'd say it's better than the Brot one.
Oh yeah, that was shit.
Was that the worst one we've reviewed so far? It was between that and the UK one, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was the whole point of a documentary is to find out stuff that you didn't know. But,
Sometimes, yeah.
you watched a documentary of everything you already knew and you weren't surprised of, so what was the point?
Me and Matt just called it the
Wikipedia.
The Wikipedia Lesnar documentary.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And we will, we'll be back later to do the other Dark Side of the Ring. And we might do a few more tonight. Later, like tonight.
Yeah.
See what mood we're in. But anyway, see you guys later then. Bye for now.